Hello everyone and welcome back to Efficient Gaming. We are in a slightly different location this week, as you can see. I am up in the north of England for a couple of weddings that are going on. And so as such I am somewhat glad that the Lamas event was slightly postponed, because that looks like it's potentially going to be something in depth with things to do every couple of days, and you've got time restricted bits. So I'm more happy to be at home for that one, because I do feel that my home environment has a few more monsters spawn than where I am at the moment, or it's easier to go out and do things like that with different areas. However, this has also potentially made it easier for me, because the area that I am in at the moment is not considered a city area. It's considered like a park or a natural woodland area, even though I'm in sort of residential housing here. So that kind of made the Liliaceous Archespores this week spawn potentially a little bit easier for me at night, when I wouldn't otherwise be going out. Although I did still have to go out, but we'll get to that in a minute. So let's check out the time task for this week. Okay, I am convinced that this time I am going to click the button and we're going to go to news first. Yes, thinking about it and intentionally doing it worked. So this is our announcement for the Masters being postponed by a week. I'm not going to read it all. It just says it's postponed. It's going to be next week instead. And this week we've got the Liliaceous Archespores, which is this. So, Witcher, I have it on good authority that we should be more vigilant this week than ever. Liliaceous Archespores have decided to finish what their kin couldn't, and are once again going against humankind. Venture into wet, green areas, especially at night, to fight these cursed creatures. Use the element of surprise to gain advantage to complete all the time tasks. Now, this is probably one of the most restrictive spawning locations. So you have to be in a green area, it wants it to be a wet area, and it wants it to be at night. So I can confirm that I found these in green areas that were not near wetlands, but it's potential that if you do have some green wetlands near you, that these will spawn even more often, so that's good for you. I did find 3 last night, although they all spawned at once, and they were literally the only 3 that I saw last night, although to be fair, I was not up all night. And despite checking the game a couple of other times. So they are around, but you are going to have to go out at night to complete this again. So those 3 that I've got are the only 3 that I've got, as you will see here. So our tasks in order: kill 15 Liliaceous Archespores. No, it's not Liliaceous. No, Liliaceous. Yeah, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's, yeah. We're just going to go through them one by one with the videos this time. So, kill 15 Liliaceous Archespores. Let's check out the video for this one. Alright, so I'm just showing you what we are going to attempt, which is the kill Liliaceous Archespore. Do it with POBS, P-O-B-S, Potion, Oil, Bomb, and Sign. So our potion is going to be Thunderbolt, because we're also going to be trying to do it quick. So I did attempt to do the kill it in 20 seconds without fire in this one, which is why I'm changing my bomb from the Dancing Star to the Moon Dust, so it still does equivalent amount of damage. We're just obviously going away from that fire. Plus I got a lot more of those bombs, so it makes sense to use that one instead. So the sword we're picking, we are going with the Wolven Silver Sword, to get those crits up a bit quicker, because again we're going for time. So this went pretty good, apart from the fact that I started off doing fast attacks instead of strong attacks. And also right at the end I do forget that I am not supposed to be using fire. Yep, there we go. Oh well, that was a bit of a waste of our bomb, but never mind. It's our first one, and we still should have completed or helped to put up 2 of those tasks. So we're going to check that in a second. It's a rare monster this week. I did think it was going to be legendary because we've already got a common and a rare Archespore, but no, this one was also rare. So yeah, we obviously didn't do the fire one, and that's just me showing you there's one over there and one over there in the background, which we are going to run off and do shortly. Okay, so the next thing on the list is kill 5 monsters from the curse class without dealing any silver or fire damage. Now, technically, you could do this on the Liliaceous Archespores, but it is much easier when you find common cursed creatures to do this because they're just easier to kill in general. So the fact that we have to use the wrong weapon on them means it's going to be significantly easier. So we've just got this common weremole. We are picking our Wolven Steel Sword, so we're still going for those crits. And we're just going to make sure we don't accidentally deal any bomb damage. But yeah, and now we just kill the monster as normal. And because it's common, it's going to take us a little bit longer than it would normally take to kill the common monster. But not too much because it's common and we're at the point where we can quite easily kill common monsters. I was not stupid this time and I didn't accidentally use my Igni spell, even though it was ready, which is what I did last time, but yeah. All good. And as we can see, we should now have 1 of those done. Yeah, 1 out of 5. Excellent. And obviously we got padded monster tissue from killing those. Alright, what is next? We are looking to craft 5 cursed oils. Obviously the powdered monster tissue, it's the same as every single other time. You just make sure you got bag space when you kill common, or any monsters really. Alright, so this one we're just going to show you what we need to do, crafting a cursed oil. So we're going to select our crafting station, we're going to go to oils, we're going to scroll past cursed oil because again I could not find it and I was not paying enough attention. It was right up the top. So cursed oil, we need bear fat, which you buy from the shop, you need powdered monster tissue, which you have to get anyway, and we need vampire remains. So the vampires are not in the tasks this week, but it is probably the only other thing you're going to have to do that will require any sort of effort. So it's night time. This was the first night when I didn't find any of the Liliaceous Archespores, but there was a vampire. So we are going to do that. We're going to be using a Thunderbolt potion, as well as, come on, when I put it on. Oh no, I think we did just do Thunderbolt. Yeah, so just a Thunderbolt potion. Yeah, and then you kill the monster like normal. Now there's no specific task for this, so you just want to be killing monster. Simple as that. You could put an ingredient scroll on to get more of these ingredients, but I think there's going to be enough around that you're going to be able to do it without too much trouble. So we're getting a bit on the dangerous side here, but we've got 1 sign left to cast, and so that we got through it, even though it was a bit close. But we managed to do that with just 1 potion, so that was good. We got our vampire remains, and that will help us to craft the rest of those cursed oils later on. Alright, so now we're going to go for the rest of the POBS, the POBs, which is the potion, oil, bomb, and sign, as well as the less than 20 seconds no fire kill. So we found another one. We've already got our oil on from that first one we did. These are the other 2 that I said I was going to run off and do. Again, we're going to swap out that bomb just so that we're not dealing any fire damage. And we are still using our silver Wolven sword from before. So we get the bomb out immediately. We took a big hit there because I haven't got the Swift potion at the moment. So we are nearly dead, but we do manage to finish this off. Just with some good attack timing, some interrupts, and so the Ard spell sort of gave us that 1 extra second and interrupted its attack. Then the critical hit gave us another extra second, and you get the idea. But we've managed to do these without a Swift potion on, which is great. That's 1 potion saved. So we did that reasonably quick, and yeah, that was our less than 20 seconds, no fire damage. There is another one right here, so we're just going to use this to finish off our last of the POBs tasks, and I think I'm going to do this with a basic bomb because we don't want to be using the more premium bombs. For a start, completing this quest will give you back 3 basic bombs, so if you do it with 3 basic bombs, then you're going to do it with 3 basic bombs. I don't know whether you can do it in time with 3 basic bombs. You might be able to. I didn't give that a go in this video, and there's no way for me to really tell now that I've already done it, but yeah, basic bombs, so we're using less of the premium bombs. So this is the minimum requirement I think you need to do this. So A bombs, you could use anything. You could probably even use a snowball if you have any left over from the Christmas event. But yes, we took another massive hit there. This thing does hit hard for a rare monster. So you're going to have to be very careful when doing this. You might want to put that Swift Potion on just to sort of give yourself that little bit extra leeway in killing these. But yeah, so we'll have a look, and that will be the rest of our last 2 tasks. And as you can see in the task list now, at this point, yeah, so we're back on our main screen now. So you can see in the task list at this point, I really only need the Liliaceous Archespores and the cursed oils, but I'm not going to create the rest of those cursed oils until I know I've got the Liliaceous Archespores, because crafting cursed oils costs money and I don't really need the cursed oils at the moment, so there's no point in making them unless I think I'm going to finish the event overall. The only other thing I wanted to point out this week is that the gem rewards have been significantly reduced. I don't know whether this is just at high level or at all levels, but as of last week and the week before, so the week before I was level 39 and my gem rewards were always 85 for the week. Last week I actually managed to level up to 40 before the end of the week, so the gem rewards were 110 for completing that. This week they're down to 50. I haven't really done any calculations about how that is going to affect us, but I was honestly thinking on previous weeks that, alright, we get so many gems from this, as long as we do finish it off, we could potentially use some of the scrolls if necessary to spawn some of the monsters if they're not spawning, but it's been significantly reduced now, so I don't know whether those gems are sort of worth the amount that you would need to spend to get some of these scrolls. But yeah, let's just leave it at that, and we'll do a further analysis on that a bit later. But yeah, that is it for this week. I do hope you enjoy the week, and I'm interested to see what next week's Lamas event will bring us. We'll look into some lore on that for the next video, but other than that, have a great week, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.